Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Welcome back to our lesson in problem analysis. Okay, in this video, I will explain about a second type of control structure, which is selection. Okay, for this control structure, the program will perform actions based on a certain condition. Okay, if you refer to this flow chart, okay, in this diamond box we usually put the condition, and if the condition is true, it will perform statement 1, and if the condition is false, it will perform statement 2, and then it will go to the next condition if any. Okay, so before we go deeper, okay, we have there are 3 types of selection that we have. Okay, first is single selection. Okay, second is dual selection, and third is multiple selection. Okay, how do we represent the selection control structure? Okay, by if statement. Okay, here using if statement. Okay, for if statement, all actions will be executed, none will be skipped. Okay, and actions can be input, process, or output. Okay, so just like I said before, okay, if you see this flow chart, after it finish perform condition 1, it will go to the next condition if any. Okay, next we see one by one for this control structure. Okay, we go for single selection first. Okay, so for single selection, we just only use if structure. Okay, for this structure, okay, it will check a condition to perform action. If condition is true, then it will perform an action or actions. Okay, if condition is false, it will skips the action, or it will perform nothing, since it is single selection. Okay, normally for false condition, it just return no output lah. Okay, so as you can see in this flow chart, okay, so in this diamond box, you put your condition. Okay, and then if this condition is true, okay, it will perform statement, or it will execute statement. Okay, but if it is false, it will end, or no output will be given. Okay, I hope you clear for single selection. Okay, you only have one selection. Okay, if false, then it will skip. Okay, next, how to write the input, process, and output analysis for this single selection. Okay, so as in sequence control structure, we have IPO analysis. In this control structure, also selection control structure, we also have input, process, and output analysis. And in input, we need to determine what is input that we need to enter. Okay, the user should enter what kind of input. Okay, so we determine from the problem. Okay, and then we determine the output, what output we want to return in the program. Okay, and then process is based on input and output. Okay, process, okay, normally the process is perform the condition checking. Okay, so determine whether condition, what is our condition based on input. Okay, so this is how we write the analysis, IPO analysis for single selection. Okay, so read the question and understand it. Okay, then determine what output we want. Then decide what are the inputs needed to get that output. And then we can think the condition. Okay, based on the input. Okay, condition, what is the condition that we need to perform, the program need to perform based on the input. Okay. Okay, now let's see the first example. Okay, create a program that will accept students' mark. If the mark is greater than 40, print the message pass. Okay, so for this question, we only need to print pass if the mark is greater than 40. If not, okay, we will return nothing. Okay, so let's determine what is the output that we want in this problem. Okay, so our output is pass. Okay, our output is pass or no output. Okay, nothing will be printed. Okay, and then for this condition to be true, for the program to display pass, what are the condition, or first what we need to, and what the user should enter? Okay, of course the mark. Okay, so input is mark, and then process. Okay, it need to check whether mark is greater than 40, then it will print pass. So the process determine message whether mark is greater than 40 based on mark. Okay, proses kita ini, output kita lah, kita nak determine apa? Determine message pass. Okay, and then whether, okay, our condition, okay, whether mark is greater than 40 based on, okay, this is our input, based on mark. Okay, based on mark, that is our input lah. Okay, so ini adalah example 1. Okay, next we go to example 2. Okay, if an employee works more than 40 hours a week, compute his overtime pay, which is half of his salary. Okay, so let's analyze this question. Okay, if an employee works more than 40 hours a week, means that we count the overtime hour only if time or hour more than 40 hours. Okay, so first we need how many hour the employee works. Okay, so that will be our input. Okay, and then what is the rate to calculate the overtime pay? Okay, rate is half of his salary, so we need the value of salary. Okay, so input is hour and salary. Okay, and then process. Okay, apa syarat dia tadi? Okay, if the hour more than 40, okay, then baru dia kira overtime pay. Okay, so determine whether hour more than 40 and calculate overtime based on hour and salary. Okay, so apa yang kita nak tadi kat sini? Okay, overtime pay ataupun no output lah. Okay, so kita punya proses mesti ada determine condition hour more than 40. Okay, determine whether hour more than 40 and calculate, this is our input, the calculate overtime based on hour and salary. Okay, so basically dia punya proses ni sama je macam sequence tu. Kita based on output and input. Okay, tapi kena tambah determine condition. Okay, so dekat sini determine whether hour more than 40 and okay, ini kita punya proses dalam macam dalam sequence tu kan. Okay, calculate overtime based on hour and salary. Okay. Okay, and then last example for single selection. Okay, example 3, calculate area of circle when radius is greater than 0 and display the area. Okay, so for this question we only need to calculate the area if the radius greater than 0. Okay, so our input should be radius. Okay, our output is area. Okay, and then condition. Okay, so our process is determine the whether radius is greater than 0 and calculate area based on the radius. Okay, like this one lah. Okay, input radius, process. Okay, first kita kena determine dulu condition dia. Apa condition dia? Okay, determine whether radius is greater than 0. Then baru kita buat okay, apa yang kita nak tadi, calculate area based on radius. Okay, so clear untuk single selection. Okay, output ni area or no output lah. Okay, so cuma ada dia sama ada this condition is true, so it will return value of area. But if this condition the condition is not true, there will be no output. Okay,